Hi there, I'm John, sitting in my car, making this video, first ever video I've ever done. I'm a Southern boy, living in Tennessee, originally from North Carolina, but been pretty much all over the country. And that's thanks to my, 13 years of service to this country. Served in the United States Army with the 101st and 3rd Infantry Division. 2 tours in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan, and a peacekeeping mission in Kosovo. Been hearing a lot of things, on the radio and TV with this circus we call our federal government. Mainly the squad, with the leader of that group, AOC as she's called, or Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And her Green New Deal, aka socialism in the United States. Why are we worried about paying for it? We just do, kind of thing. That's the one thing about socialism. The problem of it is that eventually you tend to run out of everybody else's money. And the only way to fund this fantasy is by raising taxes 70%. That's crazy. There are some people out there, I will say, that deserve free healthcare. And there are people that deserve a good education at a low cost. But not everybody. Our veterans, number one, in my opinion, deserve health care. They serve their country. And because they serve their country, and because they risked their lives for however long they did, the government should take care of those people. I'm a veteran myself. I use the VA, program. I think it's a wonderful thing. I know there's people out there who've had bad experiences with them, but I can say that I haven't. I know it's not perfect, but it does work. Our senior citizens, our elderly, our elders, who spent all those years working, busting their butt, paying into Social Security, Medicare, they deserve it too. And anybody who works, bust their ass, and paid their dues, putting money into those programs, they deserve it. But for anybody who's never really done anything to contribute to those programs, they don't deserve a damn thing. I'm sorry. If you haven't gotten up in the morning or gotten up at night to go to work, to put some time in, pay your taxes and all that other stuff, then you don't deserve free shit. I'm sorry. Because those of us who get this stuff, we worked for it. We paid our dues. We put the time in to get this stuff. Millions of Americans, I hope, feel the same way that I do. If you work, you put your time in, paid your taxes, whatever, then you should get it. No questions asked. But if you had never done a thing with your life, and you're just too damn lazy to get a job and expect everything to be done for you, bye, Felicia. If you want some of this, this free stuff, go out there and put some time in at work. Get a job. Get a real job. All right? Even if you just work at McDonald's or something like that. Don't make that a career. But a job's a job. They pay taxes just like everybody else. Put your time in, get what you need. But don't expect people to give you something and you're not doing anything about it. I understand that if you're working and you still can't afford it, there's programs out there for people who work, who don't make enough to provide. And, those programs, help with those, with those families or those individuals. I believe in that. Because, you're working, you're paying taxes, so you're technically providing for yourself. Kinda. But if you're not doing a thing, you don't deserve nothing. Another thing is, I'm getting tired of hearing people about how they're offended by, something somebody says or, something somebody does or whatever. Well, you know what? I'm a conservative. And because I'm a conservative, I believe in the Constitution. I'm a firm believer in the Bill of Rights, especially the First Amendment and the Second. That First Amendment is a glorious thing because of that amendment, I have the freedom to worship a God of my choosing. I have the freedom to say what I want to say. I have the freedom to assemble with others, share my views peacefully, because that's what it says, peacefully assemble. Don't tell me how I should live my life, or that I shouldn't say this or do this because someone might get offended. Since when does the First Amendment say you have the freedom of speech, but don't say this or don't say that because it might hurt somebody's feelings? Nowhere. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody shares the same opinion. You're going to hear things that you don't like. You're going to see people doing things that you don't like. Hell, I disagree with liberals all the time. Hell, almost every day. But guess what? I'm not going to tell them that they can't say something. I'm not going to tell them that they can't believe in what they want to believe. I'm not going to, tell them that they can't, protest something that, they don't agree with, even if I think that it's ludicrous or dumb. It's everybody's right, including those on the left, to do that. I'm not going to stop them. But they got this twisted sense of reality that everybody should, be loving and caring and we can't hurt anybody's feelings or whatever the case is. I don't know. But I'm really getting tired of hearing about how liberals are mad because somebody said something or somebody did something. Get over it. Life is tough. And just because somebody says something that hurts your feelings, it's not the end of the world. They're just words. You know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will not hurt me. I remember hearing that as a kid. And yes, I do get upset when somebody says something about me, but you know what? I get over it. You know, because that's just what I was taught. You know, words are just words. And yes, sometimes words do hurt. But you gotta brush it off your shoulders and keep on moving. Another thing is the Second Amendment. That seems to be a big topic, especially these days. Guns don't kill people, all right? People kill people. And the last I checked, laws aren't going to stop criminals from getting a gun. I mean, that's why they're criminals. They don't obey the law. The only thing that more gun restrictions and more gun laws do is hurt everyone else that obeys the law. Does what they're supposed to do. Now, I believe in the right to carry without a permit because the Constitution says that I can carry. But the Constitution also grants states to write their own laws. And here in the state of Tennessee, you got to take a course. You got to get your fingerprints. You got to get a background check when you buy a weapon. And after you take the course and apply for your permit, you know, do I agree with that? No. But did I do it? Absolutely. Because that's the law. And because I'm a law-abiding citizen of this country and of this state, that's what I did. But a criminal is not going to do that. So no matter how many laws are on the books, they're still going to get their hands on them. That's common sense. No law is going to stop a criminal from doing anything, especially gun laws. Not going to stop them from doing a damn thing. Again, that's why they're criminals. Do I believe that there should be, do I believe in, in some things about gun legislation? Yes, I do believe that I do believe there should be fingerprints done. I do believe in background checks. I do believe that needs to be done. Because you just don't want to give a gun to anybody. Because there are dangerous people out there. But with that said, it's still not going to stop anything like what happened in El Paso or any mass shooting from happening. At the end of the day, laws and adding restrictions to any right, especially with guns, is not going to change anything. Criminals and anybody who wants to do harm to anyone is going to find a way to do it. And they're going to find a way to get their hands on a gun. Statistically, population with a high amount of legal gun owners tend to have low crime rates. And I hate to say it, but that is an actual statistic done by ATF, FBI, and hell, even Obama had the CDC do it. And for whatever reason he got the CDC to do it, I don't have an idea. I don't know if it was the CDC or somebody else. Like I said, I don't keep up with too much government stuff anymore, so I don't know. But it is an FBI statistic. The highest population of legal gun owners tend to have the lowest amount of crime. Take Chicago. Toughest gun laws in the country. The highest murder rate by firearms. Take a look at every area that has tough gun laws and restrictions. They tend to have the highest crime and murder rate compared to those who don't have the laws and restrictions that these other areas do. Lastly, I just want to say I'm proud to be an American. I love my country. I don't have to approve of my government to be a patriot. I think Teddy Roosevelt said that best, paraphrasing, that you don't have to love your government to love your country. And that's the one thing I do love. Otherwise, I wouldn't have served in the military for as long as I did. And wouldn't fly the flag in front of my house if I didn't. I hope anybody watching this is somehow curious about what I've said. I'm sure somebody watching this might get upset, might get offended. That's fine. But I just wanted to put my views out there, and hopefully it reaches, an American or two. Hope everyone has a great day, evening, morning, whenever it is that you're watching this. And may God bless you, and may He continue to bless the United States. Have a good one.